Hello YouTube, this is Miss Drew and I am here with a quick video explaining the difference between automatic writing and tarot. If you do not know me, I am a psychic medium, I'm a spiritualist, I'm a spiritual practitioner, I'm a shaman teacher, I'm a little bit of everything. You guys, you got to get to know me. I'm universal. I do energy work. That is the label of a spiritual practitioner. So today I'm going to go over some fun facts of psychic readings, mediumship readings, tarot readings. Tarot readings are becoming very, very popular. When I came out, and that was 14 plus years ago, when I came out, this was not a popular field, right? I am originally from California, so my first shop was in California. And it was not common at all. So what I've learned over these past years of the consciousness and the spiritual community growing as it has, it's become a fashion statement. People are watching tarot videos and tarot readers, and some people go to palm readers, but there is a total difference. For me, if you guys get any readings from me, I am actually an automatic writer. And what an automatic writer does is they connect solely with spirit, your ancestors, your angels, whatever you want to call them, and they write. My sessions normally feel like a counseling session, because when I hear things as an automatic writer, I do not know how it relates to you. That's what makes it so different, right? I'm just writing and I'm listening, and when I tell people what I hear, it's normally resonating with them 1,000,000%, but I don't know what it means, right? For people that get tarot readings, they go off of these spreads, which I don't know what the spreads are, you guys. And this is no knock to tarot readers, okay? I do not know what the spreads are. I don't know what they mean. But the tarot reading kind of tells you a story, right? It gives you a layout of what this means and what this means and what this means. And it's kind of a cheat sheet to me. And I'm going to explain a little bit deeper. Again, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm being myself. When I first decided, when Spirit decided that it was time for me to come out and do this, I met my shaman teacher, and she was a card reader. She is a card reader. And I sat down, it's a whole big story. But anyways, when I went to her, I was a hot mess. I was getting downloads so bad I couldn't sleep. Spirits was coming to me. I was all over the place. And when I came to her, she told me I was like her. And I said, well, how am I going to do this? You know, like, do I need these cards? And she looked me in my eye and she said, you're stronger than me. You don't need these. And I didn't fully understand what she said at the moment until years down the line, because I never used cards. I just wrote, right? I listen and I write. And I realized people need cards. I was working in a shop in Virginia, Mystic Moon, and I had this lady come in I was the local reader, and I did my thing. I'm like, doing my writing, and the lady goes to the owner, and she says, where is she getting this information? She goes and tell her, like, she felt uncomfortable. I'm like, but you come for a psychic reading. She felt uncomfortable, and the owner comes back, and this was a long time ago. The owner comes back and she says, Drew, just take out some cards. And I said, why? And she says, some people don't feel comfortable that you can just read them from nothing. That was my wake-up call. That was my wake-up call. I'm like, this is what Sandra was telling me. I'm stronger. I don't need a deck of cards. I don't need to look at anything. I can just read through connection. Because when I'm writing, I'm just hearing, right? I'm hearing. So I'm writing down what I hear. And I realize, okay, I'm different. And now the card thing has become so popular, people get weirded out to know that you can just know their secrets without looking at a spread. So there is a difference on different kind of readers, okay? There's clairvoyant readers. I am also a medium. That is my original gift. And there are a lot of people that are not psychic. All psychics are not mediums. They cannot connect with spirits that pass. That was my original gift. In my mediumship readings, I would get messages from the ethers, if you want to call it, of what a person should do. I would get psychic downloads for that person along with the mediumship readings. And then they became popular as far as people wanting to get the psychic readings from me. But I hated the word psychic. You guys, I couldn't stand it. I wanted to call myself something else because I hate being put in that box. And then as soon as you tell somebody you're a psychic reader, oh, can you read my palm? Or where's the cards? And I don't need that. I just need to sit down and cling. That little that little bell hits in my voice and I am totally in tune with you, unfortunately. Whoever wants to hide their secrets. But there is a difference, you guys. Right now, the tarot cards is becoming very popular. But I still would want someone to read me that don't need anything. Isn't that fun? That's fun. If you don't have anything to hide. So going into 2025, psychic readings have become the new therapy. And it's rightfully so for some people, especially for my readings. Before I do my readings, I always give my little spiel, my message, and I tell people this is going to feel like a counseling session. But my goal with every reading is to help that person heal a little bit more or feel a little bit better, get clarity with childhood, with trauma. So when Spirit is giving me these downloads, it's something that they need to heal from. I don't do the question, like, so what do you want to know? What is it? No, I just listen and I write. I don't allow people to talk to me in the beginning because I like to naturally feel you. I want you to feel that it's real, and I want to feel that I'm not fucking crazy, that I am hearing all of these messages that don't connect to me. So when people make comments about psychic readers, and if you are a real reader, it is very hard. Sometimes we think we're crazy because we're hearing all of this stuff that doesn't connect to us. So if I'm writing and it's like, oh my God, yes, that's not only confirmation to you that I'm real, but that's also confirmation to me of what I'm hearing. It's going to something. It means something. So psychics get a lot of backlash, but in all honesty, it is not a very easy process for us. And I don't think people realize that because of the fashion statement of tarot readers. Again, I'm not trying to down a tarot reader, but I've even heard them like, oh, my third eye is saying this. Okay, well, let your third eye keep talking. You shouldn't need a layout for the third eye to talk. I'm just being silly, but it's the truth, right? If your third eye is really talking, you shouldn't need the cards to give you that insight. So I do give a psychic course, and I only allow people to take the course that really have a connection with spirit, because I do not teach tarot. I kind of refuse to teach tarot because it does weaken the third eye, where you're not as connected, because when you are getting downloads from someone, you have to be really focused and connected to do that, versus let me look at a cheat sheet. I'm not saying the tarot is wrong, because clearly it works, right? But there is something different when it comes to automatic writing. Automatic writing was around way before the tarot became a thing. This is where you got, prophets in the Bible. Prophets do not use tarot. There was a point in time where I liked the word prophet, because psychic came with a stigma that I didn't want, because I was not a tarot reader. I am more so a prophet. I don't need anything. My downloads come from the universe. So this is more ancient. This is more deeper. This is more of a connection, and it's more draining. I don't understand how some of the tarot readers can, you got millions of people that you're reading for one sign, and I'm like, isn't that a lot of energy? Because once I'm doing I have five readings a day limit. I literally 5 readings a day, I'm done. No more. I'm drained. So that's why I could not do more. So I can imagine like hundreds of thousands of people watching you, and that storyline resonates with everybody. Kind of weird, right? But sometimes people make things fit. That's why I believe that people that are automatic writers should come out more now, especially because it's therapy, right? So it's nothing more healing than a stranger telling you everything about your life out of the clear blue sky with no tools. So if you are a clairvoyant reader, if you are an automatic writer, come out. Show yourself. Show yourself. Be yourself. I'm teaching one girl right now. Oh my gosh, she is amazing. I love her. She knows who she is. And she cries every time. She does. She's like, I can't believe this. I'm like, yep. Yes, it's a thing. It's ancient. Ancient. Pre-Bible dates. It's a beautiful thing to be an automatic writer. She's also tapping into mediumship energy. That's why I say that all psychics and mediums are not mediums, and mediums are not psychics. There's a lot of mediums that don't have psychic abilities, right? So there's a difference. If you've been confused about if you want to get a reading, I don't care who the reading is from, what types of reading. If you're afraid to go to tarot because religious purposes, because I've heard that before, find a clairvoyant reader that can still give you that feeling without feeling that you're doing something bad against your religion. I think it's best to do that, because I have had that a lot. Like, do you read the tarot? Is this? So when my clients give me referrals, they always say she's not a tarot reader, because they know that shit pisses me off. Don't tell people I'm a tarot reader. I am different. Do not put us all in one category. So this is just my little video on explaining the readings. And if you're thinking about getting an automatic writing reading, and I would suggest recording. If a psychic tell you that you cannot record, there is a problem. Recording your session or writing things down. Take notes. Okay, it is very much so important, because usually when a person is an automatic writer, they do not remember what they're telling you. We don't hold all of that in. And even when I'm in the reading and somebody's talking to me, I'm still getting downloads. So I have to listen to spirit and people at the same time. It is not easy. So writing and taking notes is a great thing if you're thinking about getting a reading, or you want to understand what types of readings. There are even people that read with playing cards, and I think that is so cool, because there's really no story to look at. There's people that do crystal readings. There's all kinds of readings. I've had people say they got readings while they got Reiki. So somebody is, feeling over them and reading them. So there's different types of readings. But if you're thinking about getting a reading, please make sure the reading and the reader fits you, because there are readers that are not meant for you. There's been times where I know I'm not meant for somebody because I'm actually a truth teller, and they don't want to hear the truth. They'll be like, no, that can't be right. I'm like, okay. Well, I'm not. Go to the reader that's going to tell you your life is great. You're going to get a new car. You're going to get a new job. I'm like the healer trauma reading. I could see your trauma, and I'm telling you this is what you need to heal from and fix. So make sure the reader fits you. Make sure you're open to the reading. You're receptive in your spirit, where the reader can connect with you more. So this is just my little breakdown of the different type of readings, because I am a reader and I do get asked this question a lot, and people do get weirded out sometimes because they're so used to seeing all these card readers. But if you guys notice, they never really take personal readings. Why is that? Why can't you read all of us? Ask yourself that.